this is Jerry the Snake Man, and we welcome you today to the 100th episode of Snake Clips. That's right, it's 100 episodes we put out today. Today we're here to introduce you to two of our new hot snakes. We have a black-tailed rattlesnake, and we have a puff adder. We just want to show you them. We're going to show you the puff adder eating. He's a really cool little guy, and we hope you enjoy these episodes. And we thank you for being with us. If you like what we do, please subscribe to it. If you like what we did today, please hit the like button on this video so I know that you guys like what we're doing. And Snake Man doesn't do Facebook, nor I do Twitter or any of the other social medias. So if you guys want to put us on any of those, any of your pages, your Facebook page or anything like that, please feel free to do that. If you like what you see and you think a friend of yours might want to watch the episode, you can also share it. And again, we really appreciate all your comments. We appreciate you guys subscribing. You guys are probably the best subscribers that I have. I know a lot of you have commented, and I'm very happy that you say this, but you're like, hey, you know, man, you should have more like 200,000 people subscribing to you. I know we've only been doing this now for a little over a year now, I believe, maybe 2 years tops. I'm very happy the way, though, that we're growing slowly, and I'm very happy with our subscribers. You guys are the best, all right? So keep watching, and stay tuned for this episode. Like I said, we got a black-tailed rattlesnake, and we got a puff adder. They're both new to our collections this year. So have a great day, guys, and keep it real. Okay, and here's one of the new ones we acquired about 5 days ago. It's a black-tailed rattlesnake. Stuck him in here and haven't messed with him since. These guys are from Arizona, Texas, into Mexico. Rattlesnakes are pit vipers, which means they have heat-sensing pits along the top of their mouths on both sides of their nostrils. They sense you by your body heat, so when they're going after their prey and stuff, if it's a warm-blooded, they eat lizards and stuff, so it's not always warm-blooded prey, but they'll sense them by their body heat. Now these guys are pretty quick to rattle. He did a lot of rattling. He's not doing any right now, which is pretty cool. We're going to get him hooked here. Let's get him up and out of here. You can see he's an awesome specimen. A little laid back right now, starting to rattle at me. As you see in my glove, they're called blacktails because their tails are black. If he was like a Western Diamondback, he would have black and white bandings. He's not too agitated with me right now. He's not trying to bite me or anything. He's got nice saddle patterns on his back, unlike the Western Diamondback, which has the diamond shapes. Hear him rattle now. He's a little bit annoyed with me. Don't know if he eats real good or not yet, but the guy said he was nasty. But as you can see, he's not being very aggressive toward me at all. Again, I think that has a lot to do with picking him up very gently with the stick and then actually handling them with the gloves. That causes them to be a lot less aggressive. Now that he's in the tank and I'm not holding him, he's showing us a little more of his sass, a little more of his rattle. He shows to be a little bit off camera here. Let's see, we'll take the camera over here just in case you can't see him. Take my one glove off here. And we'll show you him. He's right over here now. As you can see, he's up on his water bowl. He's rattling. He's got the S shape. He's definitely prepared to strike at me right now if he wants to. If you watch, he was flicking his tongue out. Nice and slow. There he goes. See how he does that nice slow tongue flick up and down? He's getting the most he possibly can out of the air scent, determining what I am. So he doesn't want to waste his strike. But anytime I move, he feels that there's he feels that there's danger, and he wants to try to strike at me at that point. So he's definitely ready to strike. If I put my hand in there, he sensed my warmness and stuff, he would probably strike. Still possibly would strike at the glove if it came close enough to him. So let's put his lid back on, put him back, and we'll take out our next new critter. Alright, the next one we have here today is puff adder. Puff adder is part of the Bitis family, so they're kind of related to the gaboon vipers and the rhino vipers. Puff adders are given their names because they fill themselves up with air and they hiss very violently. They're from Africa. This is a baby. Really cool guy. So we're going to try to... They're usually, again, the Bitis family are usually short, stout-bodied snakes with longer fangs. Let's see if we can get him up here for you. Again, he was acquired only a little while ago, less than 5 days. But they are beautiful snakes. Look at the colorations. If that was hidden leaf litter, you'd never see it. But they do give away themselves because when they get aggravated and mad, boy, they really huff and puff and hiss and everything. They sound like you punctured a car tire. This guy, though, he did accept a meal from me. Now, what's kind of funny with snakes like this is these are true vipers, which means that they don't have heat-sensing pits. And I have to laugh. A lot of times people will ask me, oh, well, you really have to heat up your mouse or whatever before you give it to your corn snake or like a snake like this. And it's like, no, you don't. They don't have those heat sensors. They don't know if it's hot or not. So it just has to be defrosted. We're going to offer him another one today, see if he takes it. So let's see if we can get him to eat a mouse for us. I have one defrosting over here. Normally don't defrost them in warm water, but I did today. Let's see if we can get this out of here now. That's spilling the water all over the place. There we go. Of course, I don't offer this to him with my fingers for obvious reasons, but even when I'm feeding such like a corn snake or something, I won't do that because I don't want them to be distracted by my big old fingers being in there. So let's see if he sees the mouse here. Is he going to take it? Backing up a little bit. There he goes. He grabbed that like a champ. Now I read on one of the things I was reading today, and they said the reason why ball pythons are finicky eaters and they won't eat mice is because mice aren't part of their normal diet, which is true. Over in Africa, they normally wouldn't eat mice. But by saying the same token, puff adders are from Africa, where there's basically no mice, and you saw here he had no problem grabbing a hold of that mouse. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to reposition the camera for you so you get a little better view of him eating. And I'm going to shut up so you can just watch him finish up that mouse. Keep in mind the reason that I repositioned the camera and left the general area is because whenever, again, a snake is eating, they're very vulnerable to something attacking them. So if I'm standing close by him and he sees any movement from me, he's liable not to want to start to eat for you. Obviously now, if I were to go harass him,
he would have to get that mouse out of his mouth before he could try to bite me. And if he has that partially down his throat, it's going to take him a few seconds to regurgitate that mouse up. And in those few seconds, another animal could have him dead. So most of the time, snakes don't like you moving around and watching them eat. There are some snakes, though. If you got one of my video clips, it's called In Hand Feeding. It's a white-sided black rat snake I'm holding, and he'll eat while I'm holding him. He doesn't care. He's not afraid. He's been in my collection for quite a few years, and he's very calm and kind of trusts me, I guess. Doesn't worry that something might hurt him. So he'll eat actually while I'm holding him. But in general, most snakes, they'll grab it. They'll usually won't start eating until, like I said, there's no motion, anything going on. I'm very happy with this guy. Like I said, I only got him about 5 days ago. And this is his second meal he's taken with no problems. I gave him a hide, you can see, and a water bowl, but he chooses to stay right out in the open. He chooses not to want to try to hide at all. He hasn't even really shown his true namesake by huffing and puffing like they normally would. He's relatively quiet. I've had quite a few puff adders in my lifetime, and I tell you, you couldn't get anywhere near them. Their huffing and puffing was crazy. But this guy here, he may, you know, may become a huffer and a puffer, but right now he's pretty quiet, pretty laid back. As you can see, let me pick him up. Didn't give me any hard time, anything like that. And I'm still a firm believer in that using the gloves and handling the snakes with the gloves, like I do, actually helps to calm them down, to make them so they're not as nasty. And that's why I personally use them. I find it's better for them, it's better for me. Everybody remains calmer. I know the gloves aren't 100% bite proof. One day a snake possibly could get a fang somehow through them. But with the odds of not wearing the gloves, that's definitely a chance that I don't want to take getting bit.